Kade. Let's get started with the headlines first.
Headlines are presented to you by Vivo Smartphone and LiftSurf Liver Tonic.
Now, the news in details.
As the government is all set to implement the cable TV digitalization in the country for better dissemination of information, cable TV operators in Meghalaya are in disarray due to lack of takers. Here is a report. The advisor to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India Yogendra Pal on Thursday said that the regional channels will get a major boost once the implementation of cable TV digitalization is over. He also said that it is a need and people should know what the government is doing, and it will be made known through the mandatory 25 channels like the Lok Sabha, DD Kisana to be aired by the cable operators in the prime band. He also cautioned that if anyone is found bypassing the laid norms, actions will be taken against them. Speaking at the workshop of nodal officers at Pinewood today, he pointed out that digitalization will benefit the country in a big way when it comes to disseminating information. India is the third largest TV market with 168 million TV households. Around 860 channels are already operating, and digitalization will further make room for more channels.
And I hope some representative from these 4 states will also be joining us. And with this introduction, now let us see what is the program. We have planned in like this. We have a presentation. The presentation is actually for about an hour or so, but we don't want to run through the presentation in an hour. What we want is we go through the slides one by one, and you can raise the questions on the slide so that we have an interactive session instead of just one person speaking and you listening to that. So that we continue with the presentation with discussions on the relevant issues being raised in the slides. There may be some issues coming in your mind which are not associated with the topic which is being discussed in the slide. So please hold that question. That is my request to all of you. You can note down that question if it is not associated with the slide which is being shown. But if you have any question on the point raised in the slide, you please raise then and there so that we clarify and then proceed further. So like this presentation with interaction, we want to continue till lunchtime. And of course in between, if you see on the left, which is written as a teleport. What is the teleport? Basically all the broadcasters through the satellite uplink, they uplink the channel to satellite, so that these channels are available throughout the country. That is why it is uplinked to the satellite. So all the channels, 830 channels which I mentioned, these are uplinked to the satellite. Now from the satellite, now these channels are downlinked by different type of operators. I said one is MSO and LCO. So here the first is shown is the MSO setup. I will not go into the detail of what is the MSO setup, because it is not very important. It is for the technical people to understand the technical setup of the MSO. But main thing is the multi-system operator. MSO is a multi-system operator. A lot of multi-system operators fortunately are available with us today. They will be interacting with us. So multi-system operator takes these channels. Now which channel multi-system operator can take? They cannot take all the channels. They can take only those channels for which they have agreement with the broadcaster. Is it clear? Because all channels which broadcaster gives, they are encrypted. So broadcaster enters into agreement with the multi-system operator that okay, you can carry my channel on your network. So if there is an agreement, the broadcaster gives them the password, you can call it in simplification, that you can encode, decode my channel. So MSO takes all those channels, bundles them, and in digital he puts them in encrypted form. And from there the channel goes to the LCO, local cable operators. There are number of local cable operators in every area. Every MSO gives the channel to the local cable operator, and local cable operator gives it to the consumers, subscribers we call it, on cable. So that is why we call it a cable system. The signal reaching our home is on cable. And this exercise which we are talking is that this signal reaching the home should reach in the digital format. So far, in a number of cities, in towns, it is reaching its analog format, not digital format. What are the problems? We'll come to that. Is the basic system clear? For how the signal from broadcaster reaches to the consumer through multi-system operators and the LCOs. Any question, you can stop me any place.
After 10 years, Mawsynram took over from Saura as a place with a record-breaking heavy rainfall of 745.2 millimeters on August 19th. An official data collector of the Indian Meteorological Department said that the record is almost twice as that of Saura, while Saura received 471.7 millimeters. The incessant rains have forced the shops to be closed down.
It's time for us to take a very short break here. Don't go anywhere. Be with us.
Ngam sngut ngan renga.
Bang suk po. Yele ya bam shu shabar. Ngale kum no ya piese.
Kong balepin khuslai di dekane ka lipse kadan chpotli ki dawai kin bat kanyarap ki khanna nakum ki ne ki jinglet thlia
Kanong ida kalong yeng jonga kalif sif.
Join Indian Army. Online registration compulsory for enrollment into Indian Army. Registration and filling up of application can be done simultaneously. Log on to www.joinindianarmy.nic.in.
Pernai ki tiar kling ki jongpi.
Penenkam nak saban SD #1 Supreme. Kani ke saban SD amtang ke pelik song ki janang fi.
Henry kapan pernai rui ki tiar kling jongpi.
अगर आपको चाहिए रियायती और किफ़ायती कीमतों पर बेहतरीन साड़ियाँ और कपड़े, तो एक जगह है जहां हर तरह के साड़ियाँ और सलवार रेडीमेड मिलेगी आपको रियायती और किफ़ायती कीमतों पर, साथ ही खिलौने और दूसरे गिफ्ट आइटम भी। तो आप आज ही जाइए बॉम्बे साड़ी सेल पुलिस बाजार में।
This program is brought to you by Vivo Smartphone.
Vivid X5 Max.
छोड़ क्यों नहीं देते? डर है ये रोज रोज की तकलीफ आपके लिवर पर बुरा असर न कर दे। लिव सेव रोजाना लीजिए, जिससे आपको इन तकलीफों से राहत मिलेगी। मेरे परिवार का सुरक्षा कवच लिव सेव।
शुद्ध शाकाहारी खाने का एकमात्र स्थान मोनामी भोजनालय। जी हाँ, यहाँ आपको मिलेगा आपका मनपसंद पारिवारिक स्वादिष्ट लज्जेदार खाना। थाना रोड शिलोंग। इस राजस्थानी भोजनालय में आप सभी का स्वागत है।
Pukul sama? Down, down. 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 Tu seberang? Spikeri. Tu seberang? Spikeri. Tu seberang? Spikeri. Tu seberang? Spikeri. Pukul sama? Down, down. Pukul sama? Down, down. Pukul sama? Down, down.
The Hinyotrap Youth Council demonstration at parking lot Polo was met with stiff resistance when the magistrate did not give them permission, but they were adamant despite the imposition of 144 CRPC. They went ahead with the sit-in demonstration, which went peacefully.
Now, whereas information has been received that on the 21st of August 2015, the Hinyotrap Youth Council has decided to organize a sit-in demonstration in front of the CM's residence. Whereas I am of the opinion that such demonstration, if allowed to be held, will cause obstruction, annoyance to the general public, and may result in disturbance of the public tranquility or a riot or any affray unless immediately prevented. And now, therefore, being so satisfied, I, Shri Peter S. Dakhar, IAS District Magistrate, East Khasi Hills, Shillong, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Section 144 CRPC, do hereby prohibit, mind you, prohibit assembly of 5 persons or more persons within the radius of 500 meters. So no one can get out of this place because it will be a violation of the section. Number 2, any person or group of persons from obstructing any vehicular movement in the area around the Chief Minister's residence. And number 3, carrying of arms and any lethal weapons or any item, material having the potential to be used as a weapon which can likely cause grievous injury or harm to any persons in and around the Chief Minister's residence. This order will not be applicable to security forces on duty. In view of the urgency of the matter, this order is being passed ex parte and it shall come into force with immediate effect and remain in force till further orders. Given under my hand and seal the 20th of August 2015. The district magistrate has done it.
We just sit peacefully. We are not
you apply, you talk and prepare office then.
Somebody we have not applied anywhere.
Kiran Rijiju on Thursday held the Congress President and Vice Presidency go for the total washout of the Parliament monsoon session. Rijiju was speaking to media at a press conference at Panwood reacting to queries on the Parliament monsoon session. Rijiju said that majority of the Congress MPs were in favor of the functioning of the House. However, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi took it up as a battle of personal ego. Talking about tackling insurgency in the northeast, Rijiju said that the government will not accept any proposal for talks from militant organizations until and unless they surrender first. He said that violence and talks cannot coexist in a democratic country.
But at the same time, I am being directed by the party and my Prime Minister to convey to the people of Meghalaya about the very important monsoon session being completely washed out. That means the last monsoon session could not transact any business other than the normal few hours of questions and few paper layings and some urgent matters being raised, but substantially the just finished monsoon session of the Parliament could not do any substantive beneficiary job. We could not really perform our duty as parliamentary. We could not provide real succor to the people of India as the monsoon session really failed to transact any business. So it becomes incumbent on the part of the government to explain to the people of the country that how a complete session has been washed out. You know, it's very, very expensive to run the parliament. Every day, even to run parliament for 1 hour, it costs crores of money. It's very expensive to run the Indian parliament. So, right after the monsoon session, the NDA parliamentary party under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister had a meeting to assess how the situation arose. And the main reason for the disruption of the parliament was the opposition party's rigorous demand for the resignation of the Minister for External Affairs, Mrs. Sushma Swaraj. On the last day, there was a discussion in Lok Sabha, which came out openly before the nation that the demand was not genuine. In last 15 months, not a single union minister has been charged of a corruption of even single pi. No minister or no staffs of the ministers was ever found to be indulged in any undesirable act or any act which amounts to corruption. So we are running a very, very clean and efficient government under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. But the impression was created that the government is protecting the tainted ministers, which is totally wrong, and the reason given were totally unfounded, which I'm sure all the media friends must have heard the explanation given by the foreign minister and the facts and figures laid out by the finance minister. So this is not a case of corruption at all, and it came out openly. During the differences during UPA government and NDA government is completely different. The Congress party cited that the BJP also disrupted the parliament, demanding, and 6 UPA ministers had to resign on the charges of corruption. Let me make the matter very clear. Those UPA ministers who had to resign, they were either indicted by the CAG or by the court. Only when they were clearly found to be involved in the act of corruption, causing huge loss to the exchequer of this country, then only we protested and demanded for the resignation of the minister. Here in our case, there is no indictment by any of the constitutional authority. Even what they raised about the status of Lalit Modi, who was declared as an offender or an absconder by the Congress party, was found to be not absconder. Now only BJP is now launching the real effect by putting him under red corner notice. ED has filed a charge sheet. Now the real action starts. That time, even the passport of Lalit Modi, which was impounded, was forced to be handed over back to him by the High Court of Delhi. That means the Congress party, the UPA government, did not even take basic precaution to declare somebody as an absconder. So there is no question of helping the absconder. And one important point Sushma Swaraj raised was that she just made a request to help the wife of Lalit Modi, who was undergoing the cancer treatment, was life-threatening cancer operation in Lisbon, in Portugal. To that extent, it doesn't amount to help in any manner to Lalit Modi. So the party decided, and the government decided, that we must tell the people of the country the truth and the evil design of the Congress party in disrupting the parliament and wasting the national resources. And particularly it was decided that the press conference must be held in those areas where the Lok Sabha is represented by Congress MPs. There are 44 Congress MPs in Lok Sabha and 9 Communist MPs. So the decision was to go and tell, because they disrupted the parliament, not all. So the Congress and the Communist MPs, they disrupted the parliament. They are less in number, but they snatched the right of the majority of more than 480 MPs' rights were snatched by this disruption. So that is why we feel that it is incumbent upon us to tell the people how much it means to us to run the parliament. We are given the mandate to run the government and to take care of the people of this country. But basic reforms, most important reforms like GST, the Land Compensation Act, all these important issues, besides many important and critical legislations are pending in the parliament. Not a single legislative business could be taken up in the last monsoon session. You can imagine how much it is affecting the growth of this country. Our economy, we are aiming to grow above 8%. But the House disruption has caused a great difficulty in taking forward the reforms program of the government. So this is the main thing I want to convey on behalf of the Prime Minister, on behalf of the party, to the people of Meghalaya, that it is not our fault, but it is totally a flimsy ground based on which the Congress party and Communist party disrupted.
It's time for us to take a very short break here. Don't go anywhere. Be with us.
Believe him nget y jing ong jonga ngating y kan jing o jong pi paman lagas ngi yo kan ta yu liver jong pi shim di da kan kan live safe kan ya rap y jing pang jong pi kan nong yada ka long yeng jonga kan live safe.
Delicious, mouth-watering, yummy flavors of ice cream brought to you by Thankar's Natural Ice Cream. Gorge on nutritious ice creams like Alfonso Mango, Choco Chips, Sitafal, strawberries, and many more flavors. Sugar-free ice cream is available as well. To visit Thankos Natural Ice Cream opposite Shani Mandir, GS Road, Shillong. For franchise, please contact Nirmal Jain 94367 30283 9863871149.
अगर आपको सस्ता और लज्जतदार खाना हो कुछ खास तो सिटी होटल है आपके साथ। जी हाँ, सस्ते और स्वादिष्ट भोजन के लिए आपका स्वागत करता है सिटी होटल, जहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा सस्ते कीमतों पर हर प्रकार का शाकाहारी खाना। शाकाहारी खाने का एकमात्र उचित स्थान सिटी होटल, ऑपोजिट बीजू सिनेमा हॉल, पुलिस बाजार।
This program is brought to you by Vivo Smartphone.
Vivo X5 Max.
Join Indian Army. Online registration compulsory for enrollment into Indian Army. Registration and filling up of application can be done simultaneously. Log on to www.joinindianarmy.nic.in.
RGCSM Society in Shillong, Meghalaya, under the banner of Rajiv Gandhi Computer Training Center and Nursery Teacher Training Academy, was established on September 2011. The center is located in Karmalki, behind Law College, Dhankiti, Shillong. The institution is affiliated to RGCSM Society, New Delhi. It follows the guidelines of the pattern of NCERT and NCTE and recognized by Ministry of HRD and Department of Higher and Secondary Education. Similarly, the Shillong Center also provides various computer courses. Our society divided to work in information and technology for all.
भूख नहीं है, पेट में दर्द है।
और खा बाहर का खाना। क्या करूं तुम लोगों का?
अरे दीदी, अब चिंता की कोई बात नहीं है। 10 आयुर्वेदिक तत्वों से बना लिव सेफ किड्स है ना, जो बच्चों को इन तकलीफों से राहत दिलाए।
मेरे बच्चों का सुरक्षा कवच लिव सेफ किड्स।
Welcome back.
KHADC PN's AIM have informed that it has approved and passed the rules so as to empower the Darbar Shnong with clear and defined rules laid down for the headman. At the same time, adding that in such cases, the Rambach Shnong can exercise the power to issue birth and death certificates, residential certificates, besides others. As far as purchase of land goes within the jurisdiction of KHADC, it has informed that as per the rules, a Darbar Shnong may authorize the Rambach Shnong, Sardar, headman, together with some recognized elders of a village as primary witnesses in the sale or purchase of land within its jurisdiction.
Bana semua niat nak ni kapur, kumpi nongyasa, tungyasa yang hok berjingsia. Nilai nilai tawan, tungin tahu kean, kawan nongyada nak kawan tajungi, hendak kang tang penyada nak kawan tajilong dia bagi pakai. Amal mesti cuma sekarang kawan penonton, jauh kentian semua mak, bagi kalau berjingsia, bangkit kan minum senai kean, nak kawan ta kumno penyada kiwe bagi cakap Ndri kumno penyada lah jauh ndri. Hadu mata susi bang paton.
To commemorate the 35 years of its existence, the KJP Synod Sepni has released a book entitled Kariti Gadustur Bat Kandau Ukasi.
This we come to an end of this edition of UNN Daily News. Thanks for being with us.